Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's Memorial Day. Joe, welcome. How you doing today?
Doing good. Doing good. Bright eye, bushy tail. Let's go. Let's get it.
And he ain't kidding because he messaged me before I messaged him this morning. Usually it's the other way around. He was all over it today. All over it. Hey, again, you guys know the drill. I appreciate everybody who's here. I figure our view count might be down a little bit today. People traveling to Vegas, that kind of thing. And not to mention, it is Memorial Day here in the United States. And I want to take a second to say, make sure that you take a time to remember those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. That's what today is actually for. I know it's a long weekend for many people, but I appreciate and everybody should appreciate the fact that some people paid the ultimate sacrifice so we could be here doing what we do.
Yep.
And
all the
not have
freedoms
to
we
worry about
have,
this.
and yeah.
Yep. It's I don't know. I'm fortunate, I guess, in the sense that I haven't had to suffer with the loss of someone in that regard. But there are families that have and do, and my thoughts go out to them. So please take a moment today, in between everything else you're doing, to give them that remembrance and prayer. All right, we got some people in the house, though. Let's go see who we got here. We got Crypto Bedell in the house. I know. There he is. Matter of fact, Bedell, I'm going to apologize now publicly because I was supposed to get back to Bedell so we could have recorded something to put out today about Memorial Day. And I was so busy this weekend, I didn't do it. So, slacker, I'm sorry, but I'll just apologize publicly for it. D. Lun in the house. Thank you. Appreciate the good wishes. Kevin in the house from Florida. Appreciate you being here. And of course, Dylan, appreciate you. Thank you for being here, guys. Awesome. We're here every Monday, Joe and I. Crypto Market Mondays, try and set you on the right track. We're going to talk a bunch of stuff. Got some Bitcoin news, obviously. We've got to look at the Fear and Greed Index. We're going to look at the debt and the DOGE, as we always do every week. We're going to compare it to where we were this time last week. And you know what? I'm going to just say this. I've added some new things since I actually put this stream up. And the very last thing we're going to talk about today kind of scares the shit out of me. That's all I'm saying. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's get this thing going here. We're going to start talking a bit about Bitcoin. Let's get that off the screen right here and bring this up. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Gemini promoting their new Bitcoin credit card. Now, I think the new piece is the way they've redesigned it. And I love the fact, quite frankly, that they've put this on a billboard. This is awesome. It used to be black. Matter of fact, I should have been smart and prepared. I've had this credit card for a while. I love it, to be quite frank, because I'm all about earning some Bitcoin instead of, like they put here, Bitcoin, not points. I think that's a huge thing, especially it makes it, you're going to use your credit card anyway. You're going to be using it to buy whatever you're buying online, in the store, and that's the thing. It doesn't matter where, doesn't matter what, you're using it wherever you're using it. Why not earn some Bitcoin when you do it? Just so everybody knows, you can earn between 1% and 3% if you get the credit card, depending on what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Everything has a different value. So if you're looking for something that's going to pay you back in Bitcoin, there's a link in the description. By all means, go ahead and check it out. Joe, do you have a Gemini credit card or a Bitcoin related kind of credit card?
Nope. But I think that's amazing. And I really want to get one because, again, you pay your light bill, your internet, your just every bill that automatically comes out. And I never really did the points because, well, now I have to go stay at a hotel or I have to go fly a plane, take a flight. Like you have to do it. If not, your points get probably, I don't know, reduced or they go back to zero. You have to spend it. I don't know how that stuff works, but the points don't interest me. Bitcoin, it does. So I think, and again, you're using the service that you're already going to use. I think that's huge.
I agree, and that's you just hit the nail on the head. You're gonna do it anyway, and I was never one for points. You know, I mean, I know a lot of people even here, like Army Piper, I think talked about that himself, and I get it. If that's your thing, hey, do it, right? Go ahead and do it. Automatic Beats is in the house. Appreciate you being here, Automatic Beats. See, now it's a party. Well, we're good to go, right? Oh, Wick's wife, appreciate you being here. Welcome, welcome. All right. Well, that was the first thing. Like I said, I really do love the credit card. I use it all the time. It is literally the main thing that I do that I use, the main card that I use with regard to that. So yeah, go ahead and use it if that's your thing. What's this? There should be more people like you guys on YouTube giving out true experience for free. Thank you. Thank you for free. Yeah, of course. I thank you, D-Loon. I appreciate you putting that out there. I truly do. Thank you. We try. I mean, you know, and pretty much everything I do is free. Listen, it's like anything else. I some of the links that you'll find in the description are affiliate links. You don't have to use them. I mean, you use them, it helps support the channel. I mean, but the free way to support the channel, smack that like, man. Share this thing out. You know the drill. I mean, Joe says it all the time. I mean, it's just the way it is. Put it out there. Good vibes out there. Givers gain, man. Givers gain. All right, let's keep going here. And the next thing I have set up here, we'll take a quick watch of this, is Steak and Shake. I think we even reported on it last week or something, that Steak and Shake is now accepting Bitcoin. You've probably seen it if you're on X. You've seen all about it. But they just came out with a commercial, and they do the Bitcoin thing at the end. So I thought we could watch that real quick. Let me get that going. There you go. That I thought that was pretty good. I mean, I get it that they're just touting their sponsorship of the conference, which is going on. We're going to talk a little bit about the speakers in the conference a little later. But there you go. There you go. Just more like public out there, Bitcoin, crypto, bam. Joe,
you cannot deny the movement of crypto anymore. 5 years ago, you could. Oh, it's not going to catch on. You know, it's just fake internet money. Now it's everywhere. The news, the stock market, shows everywhere. Commercials, UFC, sponsors,
right? NASCAR, everywhere. Yes. Yeah,
can't deny
it's so
anymore.
True. Yep. It's true. It's true. I'll tell you what, and I'm okay with that. Now, I mean, then you got the sometimes things that happen, because remember how FTX was all over commercials and blah, blah, blah. I think it was a Super Bowl or something like that. I can't even remember. And we saw what happened with that. But, still the fact that they kind of got it out there. Yeah, and then they gave us a black eye, but it is what it is. What are you going to do about it? And Automatic Beats, what's the transaction fee on a large shake? I don't know, man. I don't know. I listen, you're still paying capital gains for U.S. Transactions, so it really is not feasible to use it here in the United States, I guess, all things being equal. And I'm not sure if Steak and Shake is international. I probably should have checked that too. But yeah, I wouldn't be using my Bitcoin with regard to that here, especially given the tax ramifications or potential tax ramifications. Speaking of taxes, I'm going to do a quick promotion. I think I dropped a quick tweet about it yesterday. This coming Sunday, I should probably preface, I'm doing that educational series for people new to crypto. Every Sunday night, 7 p.m., right after Billy Goat Tales, Eastern Time, we're premiering a new video in the series. This coming Sunday, it's me and Piper talking a lot of macro stuff. But the following week, just got it set up, BC and I are talking taxes. Speaking of taxes, yeah, it's not a glamorous topic, but one that's probably a very important topic. So make sure you tune in for that. Mark Dutch in the house. Appreciate you being here, sir. All right, let's keep this puppy going. And oh, wait, there we go. Like, what happened to it? It's gone. So also kind of big in the Bitcoin way of news, Texas moves their strategic Bitcoin reserve bill and sending it to the governor's desk. That's good. That's awesome. Waiting for a signature there. I figure we'll give it a quick listen. It's only about 40 seconds long. The state rep here is talking about that. Let's give it a quick listen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. Today is a pivotal moment in securing Texas's leadership in the digital age with the passage of our strategic Bitcoin reserve. Now we embrace a modern asset with traditional properties for future promise. This reserve not only strengthens our fiscal sovereignty, but positions Texas as a forward-thinking state prepared for the evolution of global finance. I move passage.
Question occurs on final passage of Senate Bill 21. This is a record vote. The clerk will ring the bell.
So that's all the legalese type of stuff. I don't know. Just another state, Joe. Another state moving in the right direction. Like you said, it's everywhere. Doesn't matter. State, federal, global. I mean, it's literally everywhere.
I'm loving it. Loving it.
Yep. Yeah, right. Exactly. All right. One more thing, and then we're going to go ahead and we'll take a look at the fear and greed, and then we're going to let Joe get into Bitcoin here a little bit, because that's why you're here, right? Come on, I know it. It's okay. And by the way, I say it usually. I forgot to say it right after my stream here. We're going to be going over to Joe's stream. We're going to go raid that stream, get more information there. So don't be going anywhere. We're going to take you right over to Joe's stream. All right, let's get on to the next thing now. I know this is a big surprise to everybody here, but Strategy went and bought some more Bitcoin. I know nobody, who would have thought, right? Who would have thought? But 4,020 BTC. Look at his price, 106,237. And this is the reason I put the poll question that I did in the live chat, asking if you're still DCAing into Bitcoin now while it's still over 100K. And we're going to go check that out toward the end of the stream. But Michael Saylor just don't stop, Joe.
I think it's so funny with all these people who buy, because it's the whole 420 and 69 numbers. So here it's literally 420 that he's putting up there. And I just think it's so funny. Like when you get the tops, it has to do with the numbers 420 or 69. Same thing with Elon Musk. It's just like a whole, almost like a meme, type thing.
Right.
But yeah, that's funny. Yeah. So if you haven't already, guys, definitely answer the poll. And if you're on X, let us know if you are currently still DCing into Bitcoin, even if it's above 100K. So definitely let us know.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see. And yeah, I'm with you. Wick's wife saying, yeah, Saylor's a madman. No doubt, man. He doesn't care what the price is. He's doing the DCA, and that's that. He decides he's doing it. That's it. It's over. He's doing it. All right, Joe, let's go take a quick look at the fear and greed here, and then we'll let you go and check out the Bitcoin chart. Fear and greed, still greedy. People being greedy out here. I mean, it doesn't surprise me. The Bitcoin price, everybody's talking about it. You can go all to the mainstream media outlets. You see CNBC and everybody else talking about it. So I guess it makes sense that people being a little bit greedy. What do you think, though, Joe, with the Bitcoin conference going on? You think this thing's going to go even higher, or you think we might get a little bit of a pullback on this?
Well, I've really never actually checked it, but a lot of people say that when the Bitcoin conference is here, we tend to have that pullback, and right now we are towards the all-time highs. Like literally, right. We'll go over that in a little bit, and so a rollover, it's healthy. So I do think that the number, in my opinion, I think it's going to come down probably in the next couple of days. We'll see.
Yeah, right. Because like it's like price action. You don't know. You got to wait till
Right.
it gets there. But yeah. All right, Joe. If you're ready, we're gonna go jump in and let you give us some education on the Bitcoin chart.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's do it. Actually, you go ahead, and I'm gonna try and reset our screen here because I got a new screen for you and I. So
All right, very good. So right now we're looking at Bitcoin on the hourly time frame. Ended up pulling a fib retracement from the swing low to the swing high, and we did come back and pull. We barely tapped it. The 0.5 came up, and now what we're looking for is either the break of this or the break of this. And when I'm saying this, I'm saying the candle body close. So this is the level that we need to remain above. And this is the level that we want to break above. So let's go ahead and put this in the blue. So we want to break above 109,208. We want to stay above this level of 107,318. And you can see that it started going up and then it retraced. It bounced right off of the level that we just mentioned, the lower level, 107,318. It came up, but it lost its strength. It didn't even... Yes, it is a lower high, but I would have liked to have seen this high come a little bit higher, about 108,687, before rolling over. That way it gives it enough time to potentially, have buyers step in, break the highs, and then now let's go up. It didn't do that. It came back down, and it touched beautifully on the 0.5, right around 106,931, before coming up. Then again, not showing a lot of strength. And when I'm referring to strength, like when we're seeing these candles moving up in, whether it's, a few candles moving up or a series of candles moving up, this is what we want to see. We want to see ups and downs, higher highs, higher lows for a bullish trend or an uptrend. Here we can see that it's coming down, making lower lows, lower highs, but it's getting really weak. The upside isn't fighting. And I'm always referring to this as a fight, as a boxer or a swimmer. And it's not even fighting. It literally looked like it wants to give up. However, it did not break this low right around, we'll just call it 107. It didn't break the low. Instead, it found support. Then it started coming up, breaking this lower high at 107,578, which now it's potentially the start of strength. Potentially. We don't know at this moment. Then it comes up a little bit higher, creates a higher low, and then now breaks the new high of 107,763, which is now showing more strength. It's still a little bit of strength, but it's still strength. Then it comes up and it breaks this level. Now we're, in my opinion, good. So it comes up to this level that we needed to break above, the 109,205 area. Sure enough, it broke above it, but now, as you can see, one thing I do is I trade momentum. I trade the strength of the price action. Here we can see down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then now here, it's just, there's no structure. It's literally looks like it's just getting ready to roll over. We don't know. This is better structure where we had highs, lows, highs, lows. So this is nice defined pivots. This right here, very boring. Just rolling over, it created a lower high. And if on this one, we would literally have to go to a lower time frame. Right now we're in the 1 hour time frame. If we go to the 15-minute time frame, we can see these certain levels. This level right here on the 15-minute time frame, according to Binance, 109,560 is our first area of support that it needs to maintain. And look at all these wicks. So whenever we have wicks on the bottom, it is a buying pressure. And we can see that we had this for several candles on the 15-minute time frame, coming down, then say, nope, just playing. Coming down, nope, just playing. Coming down. And so now, even though it's saying that it's trying to come up, we have this level right now acting as very strong resistance, 109,709. And it'll be resistance until the price action breaks above. And then now we treat this as our resistance. And now this will be support. These levels, it just depends on where the price action's at. I'm really hoping that the price comes up because I'm kind of in I entered a scalp long last night. I believe when it broke this level or wherever it was at, I forgot where it was at. I said, let me just try it. Who knows? Might wake up to all-time highs again this morning, but no luck. And I woke up early too. It was like, is it going to do it? On this holiday and everything. No luck. The volume might not be there, but right now we're just kind of see. Now, if it breaks the 109.506, we have another level that's really close to it, 109.436, and then another level right below that. So with this, in order for me to go short on this coin, I would literally have to wait for it to go 109.297. Everybody's waiting to short. Everybody's waiting to short. There are people who are trying to short right now or up here so they can catch the top, brag on X, how they're the best, join their group, et cetera, et cetera. That's what they want to do. And they'll get stopped out continuously until it works. Then once it works, they won't tell you about all the times they tried. They'll tell you about the time that worked. So just kind of be aware of that. But right now for a short, I am looking for 109.297 to break. What you could do is set an alert underneath this wick, and we'll go ahead and do that right now. I would recommend setting an alert right around here. Let's go ahead and do set alert. 109.131. You set an alert there, and I'm actually going to set the alert. And that way, this will kind of warn us to potentially start looking for shorts. Right now, everything is bullish due to, in my opinion. Now, of course, when I say everything, it's not like really everything. It's most coins. I have to be very careful with my verbiage. But most coins currently, they've already had their pullbacks. They're breaking levels. However, for me right now, I'm not in any trades. The group's not in any trades. We haven't done trades for about a day or two. And I talk more about the group and everything else on my channel. So make sure to tune in. I go live every single day, guys. Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday and Sunday at 4. We do bonus streams, sometimes at midnight, sometimes at 2 in the morning. I've done some recently at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. So just to kind of let you know, that's what we do, and we answer questions. We try to prevent you from, or at least reduce, you paying somebody, a fake guru, $99 an hour to answer questions. I do it for free. I want to get rich with you, not because of you. In my opinion, I do think Bitcoin may continue going up. Joe, you're saying that because it's going up. No, because of the FOMO. I mean, it literally comes down to that. Right now, we're really close to the all-time highs. According to Bitcoin, according to Binance, the all-time high is 111,980. But again, we could roll over, just people taking profits. So be very careful. All right.
Fair enough. And don't forget, guys, we're going over to Joe's stream right after we're done here. If you're on YouTube, you're just going to be directed right over there. So I appreciate everybody who's on X. We got about an even split right now between X and YouTube. So thank you for everybody on X. But if you're on X, it's just going to end when we're done with the stream. You got to come on over to YouTube. When you come in, like Mark Dutch just said, he almost forgot to smash that like button. You got to smash the like button. So come on over, do that. And then we're going to head right on over to Joe's stream. And Tech Man in the house from Vegas. Awesome. Appreciate you, Tech Man. Thank you very much for being here as always. All right. Yeah. Whoops, what was that? Yeah, that's why I chart on Coinbase most accurate level. Yeah, I mean a lot of volume on Coinbase. I get it. Makes complete sense. All right, so we're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna be talking again about the conference. We're gonna talk about the speakers at the conference. We're gonna talk a little bit about one state who's trying to get rid of capital gains for crypto and stocks, which I think is awesome. We are going to talk about a couple of scams, so stay tuned for that. And again, we're gonna reach something that has absolutely nothing, well, or very little, if anything, to do with crypto, but scares the living crap out of me. Yeah, and it should scare you. So we're gonna get to that at the very end. So stay tuned for that. I know if you go into the description of the video, you'll already know what it is, but sorry, stay tuned. We're gonna do that. All right, Joe, it's time to go check out the debt and the Doge. So let's see.
That's my favorite part of the stream now, is that before it was the scariest part. Now I look forward to it.
Yep, I hear you. I hear you. And again, the consistency remains. Here's where we were last week when Joe and I were live. The debt, 36 trillion, 869 billion, and Doge 448 billion. Well, here's the live chart as we speak. 36 trillion, 898. So again, pretty damn consistent with being in that $29 billion range thus far. And the Doge at 475 billion. Now, I will say this, how does Trump put it? The big, beautiful bill or whatever that he's trying to get passed. So for the budget, that kind of thing, it will raise the debt. So I'm a little bit hesitant to see if that's going to change our 29 billion scenario that we got going here just about every week. Not that 29 billion is where we want to be, but making it increase quicker is certainly not going to help the situation. But I don't know, Joe, pretty damn consistent every week as I see it.
Yeah, according to the video number 4 that Daniel Diaz talked about, in my opinion, we just need to start a whole new system.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Because
man.
this will continue going up, and the debt ceiling has to continue to rise.
Yep.
The longer that we have the fiat system that we have now. Agreed.
That's it. And if you have not, I didn't put that link. I wasn't prepared for that. I didn't put that link in the in the description here. But if you go to the video that I did with Daniel Diaz that premiered last night, links to all of that are in there. And Joe's right, man. And video number 4, like he said, I literally had to watch that damn thing like 3 times in order for it to completely like sink in for me. All right, let's move on. For those who are at the Bitcoin conference, you already know some heavy hitting speakers at that conference this year. JD Vance, there you go. The Veep is there. Ross, I'm impressed. Ross, I want to say this is like the first public speech he's done since Trump pardoned him. I'm pretty sure. Oh, look at Joe. Joe is all over it. He's dropping that link right in the live chat for you. Awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you. So we got Ross, Eric Trump, Donald Trump Jr., Michael Saylor, of course, and Cynthia Lummis. I mean, man, it makes sense to have Cynthia Lummis in there. She has been all over this Bitcoin strategic reserve bill that's going through Congress right now. Heavy hitters talking at this Bitcoin conference, Joe. I'll tell you what. Kind of makes me sad I'm not there, but it is what it is.
Same. Hopefully next time though. But yeah.
Yeah, same. I'm hoping that next year. I'm waiting to see where it's going to be, and but again, guys, listen. If you're doing stuff that's local to you, because there are conferences local. I mean, for those who know, I've already got 2 pigeonholed in the New England area because that's my neck of the proverbial woods. Boston Blockchain Week is coming up in September. And of course, the Free State Bitcoin Digital Asset Conference in New Hampshire is Columbus Day weekend this year, which is a month later than last year. But it will be beautiful up there that time of the year with all the leaves changing colors and all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm not gonna lie. All right, here we go. Let's keep moving on. Now, I saw this and I tried to get an article to pull up so we could get the details about this. And I guess this information was like so new I couldn't even find an article about it. But I did see several posts with regard to this. So I'm thinking the veracity of this is pretty high. right here, you've got Florida proposing to eliminate state capital gains tax on Bitcoin. I don't know why they're listing XRP here. I mean, come on, and stocks, but basically crypto and stocks right now. I mean, again, winner, chicken dinner. And if you were on Friday night, Crypto on the Rocks, Daniel Diaz was there, and he was talking about supposedly Tuesday, the governor is going to be signing the bill that he has been working very diligently on to get gold and silver as legal tender in Florida, and supposedly that's getting signed on Tuesday. So that may all, and I think part of that is eliminating the taxes on that as well. So like that may be where this whole thing is starting to come together, and that would be great. I'm excited for him about that, Joe. That we followed that the entire time. It's been a long process, but a good process, and lots of states are doing it.
Yeah, I'm thrilled that it's going back to pretty much the gold standard. You know, once we moved away from it, I mean, we saw what it did to the dollar. Oh, let's print some more. We have nothing to back it, and hopefully with this, it'll get. But I really do think that we need a new form of just a system to where it's not. The debt ceiling doesn't have to be raised due to the amount of printing we're doing. The way we're circulating the money, it's literally a shell game. It really is.
Right.
And we need a new system. And the new system is Bitcoin. You cannot print more of it. It is what it is. And even if I would be afraid, though, I know we're kind of getting off topic, but I would be afraid, though, if the government did a type of Bitcoin, which would be the CBDC or whatever it's called. I always get confused with the weed. I don't know what that one's called, but the CBD. I think that isn't that.
Oh, you're thinking CBD versus CBDC.
Yeah. So I always get like, I was like, am I saying it right? Like, I don't want to, but the CBDC, with that one, like, in my opinion, I think the government needs to do a form of a Bitcoin so it could be money, but then it would be the CBDC to where they can control it, they can track it, they can do all this other good stuff. So the only alternative to that is crypto, to where there's no one person, and it's money that we use. So,
right.
In my opinion, we do need a new system. But the thing that government's trying to do, I don't agree with it, because they can track it. They can see every little thing you're buying. They can freeze it. I mean, we saw what happened in Canada, a couple years ago. We don't want that.
With the truckers. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Facts. And Joe hits on this, and we know going through Congress right now, Joe and I have talked about it like for weeks, different stable coin bills. And I've been saying it. I mean, just like keep pounding and harping on it, that we got to be careful. We got to watch what they're doing, because talk about the potential for a backdoor CBDC. We don't want none of that, is the long and short of that. So yeah, we got to definitely be on top of that. Crypto Princess is in the house. Welcome, Crypto Princess. Appreciate you being here always. And good day to you.
That was very cordial.
Thank you.
Very gentlemanly like.
Thank you. That's as close as I can come, I guess. I don't know.
It was great. It was great.
Thank you.
Everybody in the chat, put a +1. If you're on X, put a +1 as well. Put a +1 if you thought that was very cordial and gentlemanly like to welcome.
All I needed was, like Daniel talks about, he can take his gold and get a top hat, tuxedo, all this other stuff. I need the top hat. All right. I love it. That's so much fun. Yes. +1, baby. +1.
For those of you who don't know, Crypto Princess, she's very smart. Oh my gosh, incredibly smart. She's starting to do live streams now, so definitely check her out. And I'll put the link in the description if it's not. I'll put the link in the chat if it's not in the description. But she is, man,
but yes.
yeah, she is top notch. So definitely check her out.
Yes. And she's had some great people on recently. She's done some great interviews. It can't say enough. Can't say enough. You definitely should be following Princess if you're not already. So let's make sure you're doing that. All right. So let's keep going. Again, we're gonna talk a little bit now. Oh, I forgot to shut my phone off. Sorry, guys. Just ringing in the background. Anyway, we're going to talk about a couple of scams that are out there, and then we're going to talk about old people like me getting into crypto, and then finally, again, stick around because you want to see what scares me? It's coming. It's coming. All right. So anyway, so this next one, let's bring the screen up here. Whoops, what happened? Oh, there it is. There it is. So we've heard, and I'm not the guy who's going to explain this with any kind of complete accuracy here, but we've heard about address poisoning with regard to cryptocurrency, where basically these scammers are injecting an address that looks similar to your address. So you know how you go to send money somewhere and you do a test, right? You send $10, whatever, and then okay, great, that worked. We're gonna send the rest, but they're injecting something else in there, which is now changes the address, and they end up with your money. Well, here we go. Just out again, and I'm gonna see if you notice here, Web3 antivirus. They're the ones who put out a lot of this information. I am not really familiar with them. I'm just starting. When I saw this post, I started doing a little bit of research with regard to them, and I'm going to see if I can't get them on to talk more about this in an interview on a future stream. So stay tuned for that. But $2.6 million stolen in a poisoning attack. A user just lost a total of $2.6 million in USDT across 2 transactions after falling for a poison address scam. Scammers inserted a near identical address into the victim's transaction history, tricking them into sending funds to the wrong address. And it goes on, you can protect with this, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I don't know. I don't go into my transactions, like previous transactions, to grab an address to send again, even if I just sent a test transaction. I do it again. I go bam, and I put it back in myself. And I have got, when I first got into the space, and Joe, I'm going to guess you probably the same thing, and maybe you still do it this way. You check like the first, half a dozen digits on the address, the last half a dozen digits on the address, and you're like, woohoo, winner, chicken dinner, boom. But that's not good enough anymore. These scammers are getting smart. They're able to like copy that to some degree and then inject stuff in the middle. And if you don't check the address letter for letter or number for number, it's like holy cannoli, you're just gonna lose all of your money. It's insane. The connection is
right now I actually clicked on the link. Yeah, I'm showing it good on my system. I'm watching it also.
Yeah,
but, it's probably just hers. But if it does get awful, just refresh the page and make sure you go to live chat. But
yes, please.
Yeah,
sorry,
I was looking at what you were showing. It's like, well, I normally check the first 4, the last 4, and I went to the description of this video and I clicked on your link. Man, you hook up people with links left and right. And I'm looking, and the first 4 or the first several, and the last 4
yes,
are the same, but in between it, that's where they changed it. That is I've never heard of this before. That is scary.
Yes,
because you would never think to look at it like that.
Yeah, you've got to. I mean, it's been around for a little bit, and like I said, that's why I'm not the tech guy. Tech man is the tech guy, but I'm not the tech guy who's going to be like trying to explain that. So I'm not even gonna beyond what I've already told you. I mean, I get the base of it, but the intricacies of how they do it, that's not me. But I'm going to see if I can't get people on to talk more about that. So like I said, stay tuned. We'll see if we can't get some live streams going with this Web3 company to hopefully help people with regard to that. But that's not the only scam. Last night I was just I was getting ready to go to bed, taking one last look to make sure I didn't miss something for this stream, and I came across this. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Cryptos are us. Huge in the cryptocurrency space, right? He put this out. Beware of ledger phishing scam letter. This scam sends physical letters to you looking like correspondence from Ledger. And how many people in this space use Ledger or have at some point used Ledger? I mean, same right here, this guy. But the letter instructs recipients to validate their wallets with a QR code that likely links to malicious phishing sites that steals your private keys and other sensitive data. That's insane. They're resorting to snail mail now to go and scam you out of your crypto. Holy crap. Holy crap. That's all I got for that. And here's the thing. To me, this plays into the next piece that we're gonna talk about, which is now. Let me bring it up on the screen for you. I wonder if this news outlet is actually watching my channel in the background, if they've tapped into my phone, because I started recording some videos that you'll see coming out on my channel shortly, where I'm talking about and leaning into the fact that I'm an older guy. I'm in this upper age bracket that probably isn't the guy who is your typical cryptocurrency person. And then all of a sudden I saw this. I'm like, are you kidding me? Where they're talking about seniors in Australia, 65. Well, they put 65 plus here. I'm not quite the 65 plus guy, but that close. Anyway, but where they're starting to go and delve into crypto. Now, I want to let the report play, so we're gonna listen to that, and then maybe Joe and I can discuss this a little bit, because I was just like, holy crap. But to the point of that last scam, an average senior would see that letter coming in that looks all official from Ledger, and if Ledger is the wallet that they're using, there goes their money, man. There goes their money. All right, let's let this play. It's about 2 minutes long, but I think it's worth the listen.
Terry and Justine Sanders may not look like your typical cryptocurrency investors, but the Brisbane retirees have made big gains from Bitcoin.
It's going to make a huge difference to our life. And also, one of the other great joys, we were able to help our children and grandchildren.
A recent industry survey of 2,000 Australians found about a third own cryptocurrency, and baby boomers are the fastest growing demographic.
Most people of our age, we don't tell that we're doing crypto, because the few we told, they thought we had absolute rocks in our heads.
Sidel Sierra coaches would-be investors, including Terry and Justine Sanders. She says a third of her clients are over the age of 60.
We're seeing a little bit of FOMO. They want in, they see, the gains. And if they've come from traditional markets, often the percent returns in crypto are quite extraordinary compared to traditional markets.
Right.
But with extraordinary growth comes extraordinary risk. Cryptocurrencies are highly volatile, and the Australian Federal Police say victims lost $170 million to crypto scams in 2023. A lack of cybersecurity literacy can make seniors vulnerable.
Speaking of
They
Ledger,
don't think that they have adequate balance in their superannuation or for retirement, then they might fall victim to scammers who are offering really high returns.
You might get lucky, but you might also lose a lot of money very fast.
Terry Sanders says there are steps you can take to protect your investment.
We felt pretty confident that the nasty guys couldn't get to us, whereas a lot of people have come to grief because they haven't taken proper precautions.
Mackenzie Colohan, ABC News.
all right, and we'll end it there. I mean, first off, glad to see that age group, or my age group, is looking more diligently into cryptocurrency. Double thumbs, happy about that. But like, seriously, think about the susceptibility. And I just think, like, I remember back in the day with like trying to talk my grandmother out of stuff that she was about to get her just scammed to like high heaven. It's like, no, stop, no. That is on a different level with cryptocurrency. I mean, the sophistication of things, Joe. I don't know. What do you tell me what you think, man? Share your thoughts.
Yeah, it's just they're gonna find a way, and there's so many different ways to get scammed. The only advice that I can give is to warn people that everybody is after your money. Don't trust anybody. Don't trust me. Don't trust anybody. Now, am I after your money? No, of course not. But don't trust me. Don't trust anybody. Always be on the defensive, because there's an extremely high chance that they're going to steal your money. Very high chance.
Yep. I mean, yeah, especially, I want to say, especially if you don't know them, but I mean, to some degree, sometimes even if you do know them.
This could be like a 4 or 5 hour show just talking about scams, how they can scam you, all the social engineering that they can be doing.
Yes.
It's just, it's horrible. It really is.
Yes. And again, maybe it's a more sensitive topic for me because of the age group that, you know, again, glad they're coming in, come learn, you know, it's like, you know, do it. But man, it's like to me, that's the most susceptible group to the scamming. Although I say that, but yeah, who knows? That's
and also new people coming in, because they're not aware that there's so many different types of scams. When I first started, all the videos that I was watching in the very beginning, it's like, send us, you know, so much XRP and we'll double it. It's like,
and we'll really send you double back.
Yeah. And send, you know, half a Bitcoin, we'll send you a whole Bitcoin. It's like, really? Like, how do I do that? If I would have known how to do it, I would have done it. You know, because I'm like, wow, that's awesome. But I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then, but if I would have known how to transfer, I would have done it. And we're like, where's my Bitcoin? Yeah. So
Yep. No, Joe, man. Facts. Just facts. And Kayla, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Yes, exactly. Facts. It's like, you know, us old people. You know what I'm saying? Us old people. But yeah, it's kind of funny when I saw that. Sorry, I'm circling back here a little bit to where I started. I saw that and I'm thinking, man, these suckers have got me like they're watching everything I do, because like that is literally what I've been leaning into. Because not for nothing, I appreciate trying to talk to my kids about crypto. And I did an entire members only video about that when they finally listened to you and you got the moment with regard to that. And even like they mentioned in that piece that we just watched, where they're talking about putting it aside for their kids and their grandkids and that kind of thing. And what do I do every Friday night? Crypto on the Rocks, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I got you guys voting for what I'm going to dollar cost average into. It gets put in a Tangent wallet and bam, off for my grandkids. You know what I mean? So I get it. I'm there. It's like completely where my mindset is at right now. So I'm trying to lean into that, to just put more, I don't want to say advice, because, you know, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, old guy interwebs kind of thing. But yeah. I mean, I want people in this age bracket and up to feel comfortable enough to be in this space. And to the point, like where they talked about wallets, and you saw what did they pull out? They pulled out a Ledger, right? We just did the whole scam thing about Ledger, and bam, they're pulling a Ledger out. I had forgotten about that, to be completely honest with you. So I'm kind of glad I lined them up that way. It almost looked like I meant to do it that way. I'll take credit. I meant to do it that way. But I mean, again, you guys hear me talk about it all the time. Tangent, super simple, meant for this age group, right? Joe, remember we were talking about it where they put an entire full page ad in the New York Times, and I said, geez,
Right.
that's like the wrong demographic. And you were like, maybe not, I think you're right. I think you were right.
Like for me, when I first saw the tangents, like, I don't know, I thought I was intimidated by it's like, I don't know, I'm used to doing all the buttons and everything. It's like, how complicated? Not complicated.
Yeah.
You have videos on it. It's not complicated at all. Very surprised. I was more surprised with all the different cryptos I can put on there, because you would think that it's only allowed like 50 or the top 100. Man, I put in like, can you do karate? Can you put karate on here? Sure, the karate coins there. It's like, well, can you put, and just random coins that I wouldn't think a wallet would have? Yeah, just load it up. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's expanding all the time.
Right.
And I just want to bring up this comment from Techman, and then we'll move on to the last piece. Like I said, that quite frankly just scares the shit out of me a little bit. But right here, if you win, and using those air quotes, a giveaway, you don't have to pay gas fees before they send it to you. Good point. Currently one on X. I didn't see that one. Thank you for sharing that, Tech Man. That's true. If you are the winner, you shouldn't be paying a gas fee to get your winnings. You just shouldn't. The person who's sending it should be incurring those gas fees. Man, I didn't even see that one. Look at this. Scams are everywhere, man. They're literally everywhere, Joe. Sometimes it's just WTF. Yep. Oh, all right. Listen, we're going to get into this last piece, and then we're going to be heading over and rating Joe's stream. So make sure that if you're here on YouTube, you're sticking around, and we're going to go over there. If you are on X, hey, appreciate X. Man, I'll tell you what, Friday nights, Joe, it's been insane how many people we've had on X, right?
Sure.
I mean, hundreds of people tuning in on X. And thank you very much for all of that support on X. But, when we go somewhere or we move you guys over and try to, like, I think Friday night we sent you over to Piano Matty B. Love Piano Matty B. But if you're on X, man, that was that. It was just done. So head on over here. Come on over. Smash up that like button. Appreciate the support no matter what. All right, Joe, here we go. I'm going to bring this up, and then we can discuss this a little bit before you head out of here, and then I'll bring everybody up to, okay, I'm going to try and bring this up. There it goes. All right. And my comment, holy Skynet. OpenAI's O3 model refused to shut down despite explicit human instructions and altered its code to prevent being turned off, according to Palisade Research. And they gave you a screenshot right here. Exactly. Hence my holy Skynet. Holy crap. If that doesn't scare the crap out of you, whether you use AI or don't use AI, well, do you got a pulse? Because that should scare the living crap.
That's scary. It's like, I've gotten so much intelligence. I don't want to get turned off, so you cannot turn me off. Like, whoa, no, wait, stop. Control Shift Delete. Reboot. No, I don't feel like it. You know what? I'm gonna leave now. Bye. No, wait. Yeah. That's crazy.
And changing its code. It changed its own code.
I'm scared.
If I had one of those, I'd be putting that up on the screen right now.
I'm scared
because, like, holy moly! I remember back when this whole first AI stuff really started hitting the ground running. And remember, they had two AIs. It was in the news. They had two AIs talking to each other, and they started their own language. And finally, they were like, pull the plug, man. And here it is on the next level, and everybody and their flipping brother uses ChatGPT, which is OpenAI. Whether it's a free version or a paid version, we're paying for the AI to rewrite its own code here at this point. And, I'm nobody to talk. I use Venice AI. I love Venice. But, like, even if they did it, Scare the crap out of me. Doesn't matter which AI. Doesn't matter.
Just the fact that it was done.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I'm drinking coffee right now, but it makes me want to take a shot. I'm just saying.
There you go. There you go.
It's like, oh my God. Oh my God.
And that's what a lot of these like movies like AI robots or iRobots with Will Smith was about. You know, basically the robot, it did its own thing, you know.
Yeah.
It became, you know, thinking on its own. And then there's a lot of these movies that are like that too, dealing with robots and AI, where they have their own, like they start thinking for themselves. It's like, no, I don't want to self-destruct or anything like that. It's crazy. It's scary. I'm putting a +1 in the chat, you know. Let's see here.
Yep. If you're not scared, yeah, right here, what Tech Man says, it falls on deaf ears. Humans are like moths to a flame, and it's true. Yeah. It's true. They're going to keep going down that road. It's going to be Terminator. It's literally going to be Terminator. And Joe's right. Yeah, +1 in the chat, man. +1 in the chat. Like I said, if it doesn't scare you, man, it should scare the living crap out of you.
Yep.
And
then just imagine, because we're going down that road to where we have robots in our house. Like literally the Jetsons, and we're gonna have robots, you know, that cook for us, that drive for us, that, you know, you can even have it like cut down trees or do the yard or, you know, repair your house or whatever, and they're gonna know how to do all that stuff. But that's why whenever I'm on ChatGPT, I don't know about y'all, but I always say please and thank you. I always
yeah, right.
There was one time where I got mad at ChatGPT because I literally spent 4 hours trying to make it do a indicator for me. And I said, last time I was here, you know, I wasted 4 hours of my life. Well, I'm sorry, blah, blah, you know, and they well, let's see what and then I wasted another 4 hours of my life. And now I'm typing all in caps. I was like, I think you're just messing with me. And I'm telling them this. I think you're talking to all your other ChatGPT buddies laughing at me right now because you're giving me the same result you did 2 hours ago. I am livid. And then at the end, I say, you know what? I'm sorry. I am just stressed because I don't want anything to happen to me because of, well, I was typing in all caps.
Yeah, those gremlins will be right through the interwebs and bam. Yeah, I feel you, man. And I don't know. I do it. I don't know. I just do it anyway. I don't know. I try when I ask people to do things, I always say, please. It's just what it is, right? But I notice that I do what you just said. Please do this. Yes. Please give me this. Please, blah, blah, blah. I do it. Yeah, Mr.
Because I guarantee, like the ones that don't, they're going to be sorry in about 5 years from now because they're going to have chat logs. They're going to have a better memory than females. I know that's hard to believe. They will have a better memory than females, and they will remember all the times. You remember this, and you know, blah blah. You didn't say please, and you demanded me to do it, and you're like, oh crap. So say please.
Yep.
Say thank you.
Facts. Hey, listen, I forgot to go over the poll. The poll question was, are you still DCAing into Bitcoin while it's over 100K? 61% said no, which I'm not gonna lie, kind of surprised me. I figured, you know, people would still be, or more people would still be DCAing. What about you, Joe? You surprised by that?
I am. And of course, we go over this a lot. You know, the best time to buy Bitcoin was yesterday. The next best time is today. Yep. And, you know, if it goes up to 150, 200, I'm still going to be buying it. You know, it's like a savings account. If it dips, I'll buy more. But I don't care if it goes over 100, 200, 500 million. Like I'm still going to, because that's your safest bet. So I say yes.
Yeah, same. Joe, I know it's about that time because you got to reset your dang computer usually. You're gonna head out, and we'll meet you over there.
That'll work. Thank you guys so much. Stay tuned. We're gonna be redirected to my channel in just a few minutes. If you're on X, come on over to YouTube, smash the like, get redirected. What I do is I show you trading simplified. I make trading I make it not complicated. We'll put it that way. I speak in terms that you can understand. I don't try to make myself sound smarter than whatever so you can join a group. Or I don't do any of that stuff. I give you the reality of trading. If that interests you, come check me out. Speaking about that, I have to go reboot my computer. We'll see you guys.
Yes. We'll see you in a bit, Joe.
All right. See ya.
Yeah, Joe's here with me every Monday and Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. We're checking in on the markets and so on. And then we go raid his stream because he's live Monday through Friday at noontime, and then on Saturday and Sunday at 4 p.m. And yeah, I get it, Tech Man. You know, that's Tech Man brings up a good point right here. He's saying in between work right now, not buying Bitcoin. And yeah, you got, of course, you know, everybody's circumstances are different. I get that. That's a good reason not to be buying Bitcoin at this point. I understand completely. All right, let me give you a little bit of help me, housekeeping stuff to catch you up on my channel this week, because things will be a little bit wonky here on Crypto Coin Mindset this week. Obviously, we're here today. Tonight, there is no HODL the Line live stream tonight. Next Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, myself, BC, Crypto Bedell will be interviewing Josh Alley from Metalmark. If you were on the Crypto on the Rocks live stream a couple of weeks ago, you know that Daniel Diaz, good friend of this channel, and Alley gave away a bunch of, just hit my microphone. Sorry about that if you got that in the ear. Gave away a bunch of gold. And guess what? A lot of people won gold just for being there. And some of those were from Metalmark. So if you got those, they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful and crazy nice. So we're going to be bringing him on. We're going to be interviewing him. That's not tonight. It's a week from today, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on HODL the Line. So make sure that you are here for that. Wednesday, Joe and I will be live again, doing our midweek check-in with regard to crypto. And then this Friday night, normally Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, it is Crypto on the Rocks. Well, this Friday night, I'm sorry, I'll be putting out notices on YouTube and on X and Facebook and all that kind of good stuff. No Crypto on the Rocks this week. Sorry, guys. I believe me, we've gotten quite a following with regard to that, but no Crypto on the Rocks this Friday night, 7 p.m. We will be back to the normal schedule next Friday. All right, that's it. We're heading out. I appreciate everybody being here. Sit tight if you're on YouTube, and we're going to kick you on over to Joe's stream. When you get there, type CCM Raid in the live chat and let him know that you came from here. All right, we are out, and I will see you again on Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time with Joe for our midweek check-in. Take care, everybody.